For me, there were so many red flags with me. That's why.
But how can you tell? She has no. Oh no! Wait. So the red flag is the red. No, wait.
Because for me personally.
No, you're not talking about your red flags. You're talking about her red flags, and she's going to talk about your red flags. Hi everyone, welcome to Living the Gospel podcast and welcome to this episode. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome, and if you're an old subscriber, you're welcome back. So today we're just going to be talking about love, commitments, and faith. And I'm really honored to have this couple with me. Another couple. Canada couple. I'm really honored to have them with me today. Their marriage has really inspired me a lot in so many ways, and I can't wait for them to share what we have and what the Lord wants us to share with you today. So I'm Manley, and I'll have them introduce themselves to you, and then we'll take it from there. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Why are you pointing at him?
We have to introduce.
Ladies first.
No, not in this.
Well, if the wife says, yeah, so.
Yeah, so we are Mr. and Mrs. Kwaku, Frederick Kwaku, and Wilhelmina.
But why are you introducing her?
I'll introduce myself.
He wants peace, no wahala. So please.
My name is Wilhelmina. If you also are Mrs.
Yeah, so I have Mr. and Mrs. Kwaku today, and I'm so excited to have them. They've been together for 13 years, right? 13 good years. And so we have a lot of questions, and most of the questions, or most of the common questions we ask, how did you guys meet? Actually, hey, she keep pointing at me. Actually, you're going to tell me the side of your story and the side of your story. No. Maybe how you met might probably be different from like a different angle.
Yeah, so I think I'll just say we met. I think we are all members of the Apostolic Church.
Mm-hmm.
So there were camp meetings. Those days, Apostolic Church, there's an associate was organizing camp meetings. I saw her afar from a distance. Sometimes she'll be, yeah.
You want to pray.
Somebody that you want to pray.
So,
I see people from afar.
I saw her from afar from. Usually she'll be at the medical decks and so. Just to cut a long story short, I followed up and proposed at the Apostolic Church Kasua building.
You cannot cut it short like that too. You just saw her from distance and then you proposed.
So no, I mean,
show us the tricks and tips.
We approached and later we said she'll think about it, and I followed
So
up.
when you saw her from afar, what did you do? Like, did you say hi, or you just waited after the program, the church program?
I didn't approach
because most of the people, they see people and they don't know how to approach us, especially church girls, because the way you're talking, it looks like you met her at church, right? So did you talk to her up front?
No.
One guy is watching you.
So honestly, those days I was very shy. I didn't approach her up front. What I did was that I watched her notice that her friends, those who she was connected to, followed up on Facebook, sent a DM on Facebook, got to know that she was in Kaneshi Apostolic. She was in Kaneshi then. So later, upon interactions on Facebook, I noticed that she had come to Kumasi to work in Komfanoche. So I followed up. Those days I used to be teaching at Kwamai. I was a teacher in the secondary school, the Presbyterian High School there. So we would just be I didn't say it the first time because I was very shy. I couldn't, but I connected via Facebook. She became my friend on Facebook. So just messaging. Later, when I found out that she had come to Kumasi, I waited one vacation. We met at the Apostolic Church Kaswa for another program.
Hey, from Kumasi to Kaswa.
Because she was in Accra, Pokuasi. Okay. So I waited after the program by the church building, after everybody had left.
How long did you wait, or did you have to wait?
Well, let's say the communication took about a year.
Hey.
I guess friendship, back and forth. I didn't want to waste too much time.
Hey, 1 year.
Yeah, I didn't want to waste too much time. So it was back and forth, mostly messaging on Facebook okay. And calling. But so at a point I said, no, let's get this done. So I proposed by the church building in Kaswa, Apostolic Church, hey. Kaswa. So that was what I proposed, I remember. Yeah. I don't know if she has something to add.
Of course. So you saw her in person. You were shy, you couldn't talk to her.
No. I didn't never talk to her during the camp meeting.
So while she was worshiping God, you are there spying
I was watching because that time I was a financial secretary, national financial secretary for APOSA. So I was watching her, but I didn't talk to her
sure
directly.
There was no shortage in the money?
No. In fact, that year we made profit. APOSA, hey! That's why we made profit. That year we made profit. Yeah. So because I was very shy, I didn't want to talk to her, but I had to manage to get connected to her via Facebook. So the interaction started after I connected to her on Facebook, sent her messages. We're chatting here and there. So finally, we met in person. And I think the blessing was that when she came to Kumasi to work, because she was originally an Accra lady, Accra girl. So she came to Kumasi to work. When we were on vacation, I went back home. She went back to Accra on leave. Then we connected at the church program. After the church program, then I proposed when everybody had left by the church building. I remember that clearly.
She said yes.
And she didn't waste time because this was a handsome young man. So she couldn't waste time. She had to say yes.
Okay. Now I am now understanding that as we are going up and down, people are monitoring us.
Yes.
It's not only monitoring spirits. People are really monitoring us. For me, I thought, on Facebook, you always have friend requesting other people requesting to be your friend. So I didn't know it was part of an agenda.
Yes.
So today I've gotten to know about that.
I'm going through my Facebook friend request. I'm going to be accepting people now. I'm kidding,
It's all part of the social media experience. Yes. So they should tell us that we should take our social media interactions serious because you might never know. Yeah, you might never know where you're going to meet someone as honorable as my husband. Yeah. So that is it. And fortunately for him too, I was in the same university with his younger brother. Mm-hmm. So yes, the doctor. So I was there with him and we had built some kind of relationship. That's brotherhood, sisterhood thing, yeah. So
did you know him then when you met his brother? Or
no, I didn't know him.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know him. So I think in one of our conversations, he said, and Kwaku is his brother.
Oh, okay. So it was just after you guys have met.
No,
and
it's not about how we met. He was always calling.
No. I'm just asking if so you got to know your friend was his brother after you had met him. So you didn't know they were brothers before.
I know because he went to
University.
We all know it doesn't come close to Legon.
So you were with your brother-in-law all this while, you didn't know.
That's how life is. University doesn't come close to that. Legon is the University of Ghana is the first and the most superior of all the universities in Ghana.
Should we argue? Not now.
And that is it. So that's how it happened. I didn't know any of his siblings. That is his younger brother. Mm-hmm. I know only him, but I didn't know any of his siblings.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was upon our consistent interactions, then I got to, he said, oh, and Bisquaco is his younger brother. I said, oh, really? So I think I knew more about his younger brother than him. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did the message come through to you or for you on Facebook? And how did the conversation start? Because obviously he took the first move. He's been watching from afar for a long time. Mm-hmm. And for you, it will be the first time when the Facebook friend request came in and the message came in. So how did you, well, I've experienced a few people that says, God has revealed to me that you are my husband and you are my wife. So maybe when the message came through, you just saw that, this message is for my future husband.
I'm not.
How did you
not those?
Did you see it as like one of those guys or one of those friend requests? Did you have a special feelings towards the message when the message popped up the first time on the screen?
Like about the Facebook request?
Yes.
Yeah, that I think that was 2013. No, in 2012. Yeah. And Facebook was actually there. We didn't have WhatsApp. We didn't have all the.
Okay.
We didn't have those TikTok, Instagram, and this and that.
Facebook was big at that time.
Yes, Facebook was the major media. So I was actually active there, and then most of my friend requests came from my church base. Yeah. Okay. So anytime I see any friend request, I go back and at least read about the person. I realized that, then when I read about you from Apostolic Church, immediately I see that
the Apostolic Church, the name of the church did it.
Yeah. So I would just accept you even without even knowing you. Yeah.
You guys should start looking for my church.
Yeah, and when I also see, I think I was biased in some way. Forgive me for that, because when I see University of Ghana, I just accept you because that was from my school.
And what of KNUST?
I will consider. That was then.
This thing is going to cause a lot of arguments. And please, if you agree with what she's saying, or if you have any comments,
yes.
She'll be there. She'll be replying you guys.
I believe people also have it's just because I was trying to set boundaries and other
Yes.
And so I was just being careful, who do I accept and who do I not. But it's not like today. Like today I accept everybody, and that is that. Because that time I was so enclosed. Okay. And I had a lot of boundaries. So by now I have that open-minded thing that whoever comes, whoever comes to stay. That's
okay. What was one thing that stood out about him? Because I know obviously there will be a few people that will come up with such conversations and show interest. What was that one thing that stood out when this handsome gentleman assisted sent you a message on Facebook? Because from what he said you accepted instantly. Like really? The second but you didn't say anything about it. When he proposed.
No. The proposal came in when we had I think a very long conversations for some months, about months.
Okay.
It's like about a lot of months. Yeah. Almost about how many months?
Close to a year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we were always talking
for the talking stage.
Yes.
Talking,
and then
very tight on Facebook.
We were observing each other. Yeah. I think he once he came to our house to visit. Mm-hmm. He also invited me to his house to visit.
To check things.
Yeah, So we were all doing our checks and balances.
Checks and balances.
Yeah. Yes.
I remember when she came home, my mom asked her to cook some food. I think he said
that was my first day. Can you imagine?
My mom
can you imagine? So.
Come and cook. You doesn't know her, but I don't know what she was thinking. But for me too, that was the first time a lady had come to my house.
Okay.
No, I mean, let me say this, from primary school, JHS, SHS, even up to the university, first 4 years till my master's, I had never been in any relationship.
Wow.
So I think, I don't know, when I invited her home, I don't know what I think my mom might have been like, maybe
this is really serious.
This is very serious.
For you to have brought her home.
Because nobody had never invited anybody to my house. So I think that was another, but I think you were answering how. But
did you actually cook for the first time you went to?
Yeah, I did a lot of work.
Hey!
Can you imagine?
Wow.
Yeah, I did a lot of work.
I think we'll come on to that. Hey, you went to sweep, you know.
A lot of house chores. A lot of house chores.
So you started doing the daughter-in-law duties before you became the daughter-in-law.
Can you imagine?
I think she was trying to test just to see how. I don't know. I think I'm told it's an old trick. It might not work, but for my mom, you know, she close to 80 years. That was her mindset. I think apparently, if you want to check and see how suitable somebody is, maybe you can do a little test. So I'm sure that was how she was. But I mean, you know, some people can hide, people can be
exactly.
So, because
but those days, that was how my mom.
Maybe that was a test, but for me too, I saw it an elderly person. I saw my mom in her, so I was just being obedient to. And so you know, everyone had his or own perspective of acting. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what I also saw, that these are elderly people, and I also have this. This Christian background. I come from a very nurtured home, and my mother will not spare you. Even she called outsiders to work. So that was an inbuilt thing. Yeah, doing household chores was nothing. It wasn't anything too big for me. Yeah. But so I saw it as part of my normal routine.
Yes. But you know, this thing wouldn't work in this our time.
Never.
Currently. Because like, what do you want me to do?
Exactly.
You know? But in the olden days, we've heard a lot of stories about how you have to cook to prove that yes, I'm fit for your son. Yes. So both of you are going to tell me what that thing is that made you realize that yes, this is the one. No, he is the one.
I think one thing I really liked about her is that her ability to plan. You know, upon interaction with her, you realize that when you are dealing with her, she plans ahead.
Forecast.
Like the Proverbs 31 woman talks about. And it's so clear in her. You'll be there with, and sometimes you discuss it. I'm like that type that we like to wait and assess and really, but with her, once we discuss and accept in principle that this is what we want to do, you see her planning towards it, working towards it.
Wow.
She's written it down, put some plans or to people on it. Then the time you realize she's actually, I'm like, wow. So you realize she's actually always so, I said, wow. Always planning. Once you agree that this is what we're going to do, then she plans towards it, works towards it. And I really love that about her. I said, wow, this is somebody who I think is a planner. And she, not only does she plan or say it, but she works towards it, and I really love that about her. Yes. So I think that really drew me to her as I was studying her. I really love that about her. Yeah.
What was that one thing that made you decide, like, okay, I want to settle for this?
You know, when we all met, we were all grown-ups. I think we were all within our 30s, and so we all knew what we wanted. Like, we were not from like in the high school or in our teens where we are trying
I'm not sure,
no. So we all knew what we wanted, and then we prayed over it. And then as a lady from a Christian background, I realized I've gained the education. I was working. I had passed my nursing license. I was fully a registered nurse working at the Confanochi Teaching Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, now it's not about going for someone you think he has money, you don't have nothing, so someone is there to give
compliment you.
Exactly. No, I had my own. I was working out. I had my own salary, my own money, my own. I've gained that education. So now, if you're going in for, if you want to marry, so now what's next? No.
Right.
Yeah. So that was the question. So then I realized that no, I'm from a Christian background, then I need someone who will share the same faith together, because that has been my foundation. And I was scared of someone who will come and question my
walk with the Lord.
Yes, it was really a big question for me to answer. So as I was going about, that was my main thing. Okay, will this person question why I'm worshiping God? Will this person stop me from worshiping my God?
Right.
So if yes, if no, I always take a hand. So that was my main thing. And so when I was interacting with him, I realized that he didn't joke with the things of God.
Right.
Yes. So I think that was the main thing that caught my attention. I said, okay, let me continue to study him.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was the main thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We are learning,
Or anything that to shake my worship with God, like you are not part of my circles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for her faith, for him is the ability to plan and to manage the plans, the home and everything. Most of the times, well, I'm still not married yet, so I'm still going through the relationship streams. And one thing I've realized is nowadays it's so hard to go by standards and boundaries. Are you guys going to talk about it? Like how did you go about your did you have any standards? Did you also how did you guys work around your boundaries to make sure everybody is okay? Like nobody is going against or make sure you are respecting each other standards. Was there a standard that was too high for you?
Yeah, very.
Was there a standard that was too high for you, and how did you navigate around those standards?
That's a very important question. There should be standards in every relationship. Okay.
Right.
So for me, myself, my mindset was that if I do anything that is unbiblical, number one, I've embarrassed God, I've embarrassed my family,
Okay.
and I've embarrassed the church.
Okay.
So right from the word go, my dad, as I was saying, my dad was an elder of the Apostolic Church, and my dad was so strict that he would not countenance any, in a relationship, the issues, the temptations that come up.
Yes.
So if anything, there are no standards and I should mess up, I will not be able to fit. So that's number one, God. I don't want to embarrass God. Number two, I don't want to embarrass my family, because if I should embarrass my family, I'm going to face my dad and explain. And my dad too did something, was also a very big influence. My dad basically shared his mistakes. Okay.
Wow.
So he would tell, growing up, he said, I made these mistakes. I made this mistake growing up. I don't want you to repeat that mistake.
Repeat the same mistakes.
So my dad was a very big part, because I always remember him telling that these were the mistakes I made. Especially when it comes to that relationship. Even before he came to meet the Lord, there were certain mistakes that he did when it comes to relationships that resulted in certain issues. So based on that, I had also that at the back of my mind.
Okay.
That I don't want to embarrass God, embarrass my family by making the same mistakes that my dad would make. And also I don't want to embarrass myself, because even before I got married, I was very active in the church. My friends and my colleagues at school knew me to be a Christian. So if I should make any mistake, I've embarrassed myself. So these are the three main things that brought the standard. So in our relationship, we make sure that it's open. We don't hide in corners alone and do things that will later bring issues that will bring embarrassment. So those are the clear lines.
Okay.
And I think because of my background, where I was coming from, those were big influences for me to ensure that I don't. Because can you imagine, even before I married, I was made an elder.
Oh, okay.
So before I was married, I was
elder. One corner.
I was ordained as an elder of the church. You see, so can you imagine elder having?
You come and catch in one corner.
You see, but I really appreciate my dad. I think they said this will go, but I really appreciate my dad. He was not shy to say, these were my mistakes. These were the things I did. I don't want you to repeat them. So please. And every time my dad will call you, You always talk to you. Fear the Lord.
Yes.
Make sure you pay your tithes.
Wow.
Don't do this. Don't do everything. Even when we grew and I was out in the village living alone, every time he call you, he will give you those straight guys. So those things, those things kept us in shape and made the relationship godly and holy, I'll say. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Mrs. So for your husband, his faith, his family, and his integrity. And Mrs.
Yeah, I think we share similar. Growing up, I grew up from a very big family, with siblings, and I know how the frictions and the nitty and the gritty things that you go through. So
patterns, the patterns and the cycles.
So and I know how my mom. As I was growing, I saw how what my mother went through,
right.
And personally, I didn't want to follow suit. So I also told myself, if it is about schooling, I have to school. It's working, I have to work. I have to make sure I don't follow that kind of pattern.
Right.
Yeah. So that was my inspiration. Yes. So it wasn't like we didn't meet. I went to the best school, so I was like,
but why? We are not talking about schools today, please. You are suffocating us with this sweet thing.
I went to University of Ghana, guys.
Hi.
So you meet guys, you meet handsome, rich, and we were approached by so many people, but you just want to be focused,
yes.
Like on what you want to gain, yes, and what you are expecting, yes. So that was the inspiration, yes. That what my mother went through, I didn't want to go through that, and that grudges amongst the siblings, yes. I didn't want to go through that, so I was so careful with that, and I had to really discipline myself. So I would say discipline was actually a boundary for me.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
To counter all those things, and today we are here.
Okay. So you are still in a relationship, because I believe that the relationship is mostly the foundation of the marriage. Because I know I haven't been there, like I haven't been married before, so but I also believe that everything that happens in the marriage begins with the relationship. Was there a red flag you guys noticed, and was there a way you guys tried to fight it together? Was there a red flag you guys, any of you think you should have dealt with that you didn't deal with, that is now a regret in your marriage? So my mom always used this scenario that anytime you're getting married or you are looking at somebody, the woman, it takes a lot of work on you, because she always makes jokes like maybe the man will just come to your life and from his background, he's used to wearing a suit or a jacket with a chalewote. And it is your duty as the woman to make sure you correct him nicely. And even though it all depends on the man to take that correction and to work on himself, you always have to make sure you are doing that thing in the right way. Was there a situation like a jacket, a suit, and a chalewote situation in your lives at some point, and how did you correct it nicely to prevent?
For me, there were so many red flags with me. That's why.
But how can you tell? She has to know. Oh no! Wait. So the red flag is the red. No, wait.
For me personally.
No, you're not talking about your red flags. You're talking about her red flags, and she's going to talk about your red flags.
Secondly, I know that my dressing is Nkoye.
No.
But then guys. Because he said one of them.
He just want to say it. No, he just want to say it.
Say it the way I would say it.
No,
please.
No. Guys, let me dress honest. Let me dress. Check one dressing.
Are you on my mind? Maybe it's not even on my list.
Maybe it's not even on your list.
Dressing. So,
but anyway, so that's the only red flag. So that's the only red flag you had.
For me, I think as I said,
just perfect.
She not perfect. I'll not say perfect, but for me at the time, that was the red flag I observed. Yeah, that was a red flag I observed.
Mrs.
Yeah,
start listing them.
I was not going to say anything about it, but because he said, because he started, I have to just continue it.
Okay, yes. So we are listening.
Oh, so as he said, yeah, his dress was not not worth it. So, I remember I had a friend who the first day I was going to introduce her to him, and the first day we were standing by the roadside. So from afar, I told them, "That's the guy coming," and then behold, she bowed the head.
Jesus, help us, Lord.
But that's how I'm signing on this to advise fellow ladies. You should be strong. You should be strong in your own decisions and in your own sensitivity. If you are so convinced in your mind that this is the way you are going, like all these other ladies will come and, oh, I see this. It shouldn't be. You know your decision that you've made. So all those things now are just there to just
distract.
Yeah. So just be focused on what you want. Yeah. And personally, aside someone who is not going to question my faith in God, anything was good for me.
Okay.
That is me. Okay. Because I believe that I have this strong conviction that because we have same faith, then if it's about dressing, if work is done on it, it can change.
Right.
I had that kind of conception within me that if it's about dressing, maybe that sometimes the person doesn't know.
Right.
Do you understand? Sometimes the person hadn't gotten that kind of exposure that maybe I have. So maybe when we're going through with our communications and discussions, I realized that he's a teacher, but I realized that he also had this teachable spirit.
Right.
We have people who teaches, but they are not ready to
teach them.
Exactly. So I as I was going about, I also had to look at my strongholds. Mm-hmm. So for me, I realized, okay, though he has problem with this, but he has this teachable spirit that I can focus on that to change situations.
Right.
So that really helped me in that area. So even now, when I'm dressing, he is able to tell me, no, I think this time.
Hey. Now he has mastered.
Yes,
Wow.
Whoever comes around me knows that for dressing, you can't just walk around me and then tell me, I'll ask you where are you going? If it's about you have to tell me you are going this way or this, that. For me to tell you, you have to dress well for this one,
right.
Dress this way for this one. And it has really helped a lot.
Wow. I hope you are being blessed with all that we are hearing and how far we have come. Okay, so now we're moving on to the things we have to talk about, the things we have to have conversation on before thinking about marriage. Because I one time had an experience in my life where I was trying to figure things out with one guy, and there are things that we were supposed to work on, and he was trying to jump those things of like, let's just get married. So are there things like, what areas do you think we should address, or things, some conversations that we're supposed to have before getting married?
Okay, so let me just say this to you. I think the Bible says, how can two walk unless they agree? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so number one is this issue of faith. It's very, very important, because if you don't agree on certain foundational truths when it comes to our faith, then it could be a problem. For example, There are some people who are Saturday worshippers, others are Saturday worshippers.
Right.
So if you have a Saturday worshipper, when the kids are growing up, are you going to go for Saturday? Are you going to go to church on Saturday or Sunday? That's one issue. Faith. Even among the Sundays worshippers, there are sometimes divisions. Do you pay tithes? You don't pay? Do you not pay? You see, because at the end of the day, you want to go in the same direction with your kids, okay? And at least let them know certain truths that are not negotiable. You have to. There are certain the things of the faith. So discuss it. So look at as she was saying, if assuming that the faith was not equal, then obviously that would be a problem. Okay, there are certain things to talk about. So what does the person believe in? Do you believe in having a joint account or separate account? Finances. We have to talk about finances. Very, very important in marriage. I remember when we went for the counseling. One of the counselors gave me asked a very important question, which has stayed with me up to today. He asked, what is your first 5-year plan? Okay. So the question is, what are your plans for the future? So in terms of 5 years, where do you see
yourself,
each other?
Okay.
So there should be a plan in terms of if you. So what are the things that go into the 5 years that we want to see each other in the next 5 years? In terms of finances, in terms of your faith, in terms of your kids. I remember when I was in Kwamai, we were counseling one guy. He was a Saturday worshiper, and the lady was a member of our church. We said, you can't go, you have to go, you could go ahead, but these are the issues. He said, okay, well, I'll go ahead. Wow. Then, the guy wanted, he wanted to give birth to 10 kids. Hey. and he was serious about it, because he said, and the lady was not aware. So we're like, if the lady is aware, are you sure she can? They said, no, this is my plan. So we asked her, this is what the guy says. Are you really sure you can handle that? Or say, there be a meaning to me, they do the other thing. So the number of kids you want to have, those are issues you can talk about. Finances, your faith, then your general plans for the future in 5 years. Where do you want to see each other, both of you, in terms of so there should be a plan that you can talk about. And anything that you need or you see going to that plan, yes, you should need to talk about everything and anything. Okay. There should be no bad or this that we can't talk about. No, everything, because in marriage it's a long journey, lifelong journey. So you should be able to talk about everything. And the few I'll say is about finances, your faith, in the case you want to have, what are your perceptions on even the small things that you think are not necessary. You should be able to talk about everything and have a plan for at least 5 years. Where do we see each other in 5 years? I think those are the things. I don't know if she has something she can add on that. But in terms of
so before marriage, you should even discuss about unforeseen or unexpected challenges. Okay. It will come from families, from his family, from your family. These are things we don't plan about. We don't even pray about it, because nobody wishes for anything bad to happen. And let me tell you, it's not like you are the one who is going to pray about decide or like it's gonna come. So you have to make room. Like other people say, miscellaneous. You see, we leave money for such things. Right. Yeah. You make room. So what if it happens? What do you do? Because let me tell you, it's going to shake the marriage. Wow. So you need to give space for all those things when they come. Yeah. So that each and everyone will understand that issues like this can pop up in marriage. Yeah.
One thing I also say, maybe the temperament of the guy, okay, so you have to be, for a lady, you have to watch it. I can say to the glory of God, since we married, this is our 13th year, I've never hit her, or we've never had a physical it has never happened for 13 years.
So anger
it's the temperament of the person. You watch his slight conversation argument, then he makes an attempt to hit you. It's a red flag. You have to watch it. Anger issues. What are his likes, his dislikes? When he's angry, how does he behave? When he's happy, how does he? So those are things sometimes we tend to miss, and people end up getting into abusive relationships. You have to watch all of those things, discuss those things. If sometimes you realize that the person is not willing to change and still, they say, it means that when you are going in, know that
what you are going to do.
This is what you are going. So those are things you can watch and talk about. I've noticed that you are very angry, or sometimes you are abusive. Sometimes even apart from the physical abuse, even verbal abuse.
Right.
These are things somebody can really verbally abuse you, and you might even regret. Be so sorry about yourself verbally. So you watch all those things, you talk about everything, talk about the things you've seen. I like this, I don't like this, maybe I think we should do it this way. And if most of the things you agree, you might not agree on everything, but if at least some of the basic ones you agree, I think the rest can be worked on. Yeah. That's what.
Okay, so the last thing we'll talk about in the relationship, and then we'll move on to marriage. And I don't think we're going to spend too much time on marriage, because usually you've spoken more about the foundations. So we'll talk about sexual purity in relationship before marriage, and accountability in relationships. Okay. So which any of them?
So sexual purity before marriage. Yeah, it's something.
No more. Just make sure other people don't use you as their testing machine. No. And
so you draw a line.
Exactly. That is it. Exactly. Just have boundaries and go in for what you want. If because of that the person wanna leave you, that is it.